Do you want to keep a hermit crab as a pet? These little guys are fascinating to watch, but if you've never taken care of one before, you might be wondering what it takes to make sure your new pet stays healthy and happy. No worries, because in this video we're going to tell you everything you need to know about caring for hermit crabs, from setting up their home to feeding them the right way. We'll be covering all the basics so that you can be prepared when your hermit crab arrives. So let's dive in. First up, let's answer the question, what are hermit crabs? Hermit crabs aren't really crabs at all. They're decapod crustaceans closely related to crabs and lobsters. Despite their name, these charming creatures can live for a decade or longer with proper care. Their most recognizable characteristic is their tendency to live inside shells for protection from predators. The cool thing is that they don't just use any shell they find. Instead, they carry around their own portable homes wherever they go. As they grow bigger, they swap into larger and larger shells, discarding the ones they outgrow along the way. Hermit crabs come in a range of species, each with its unique look and habitat preferences. Some have vibrant colors and patterns, while others are more subdued. Now that we've covered the basics of who hermit crabs are, let's talk about how to set up a hermit crab habitat. Setting up a suitable environment is crucial for the health and happiness of your hermit crab. Here's a step-by-step guide to creating the perfect hermit crab tank. Tank size. The general rule of thumb is to provide at least 10 gallons of space for 1 to 2 hermit crabs. However, more space is always better, especially if you plan to have more than 2 crabs in the same tank. A good option is to get a 20-gallon long tank for 2 to 3 crabs. Make sure to opt for a glass tank instead of plastic, as plastic tanks can be harmful to your hermit crabs. Substrate. Hermit crabs love to burrow, so providing a substrate that allows them to do so is essential. A good choice is to use a layer of moist sand, such as play sand, to cover the bottom of the tank. Alternatively, you can use coconut fiber. Just make sure that the substrate is at least 3 to 4 inches deep to give your crabs enough room to dig and hide. Hiding spots. Hermit crabs need plenty of hiding spots to feel safe and secure. Providing them with these spots also helps reduce stress and allows them to regulate their own temperature. You can add these hiding spots in the form of shells, rocks, driftwood, or other decorations. Just make sure that any decorations you use are smooth and don't have any sharp edges that could hurt your crabs. We recommend providing a variety of hiding spots so your crabs can choose what they like best. For example, some crabs may prefer to hide under a rock, while others may like to curl up inside a shell. Water bowls. Hermit crabs need access to both fresh and salt water. Provide 2 water bowls, one with fresh dechlorinated water and the other with salt water. The salt water should be made by dissolving sea salt specifically formulated for marine aquariums, or you can use a hydrometer to check the salinity levels. It's important to provide salt water because it helps your hermit crab maintain the right balance of salts and minerals in their body. Also, hermit crabs will drink from the salt water bowl. The fresh water bowl, on the other hand, is for soaking. Soak your hermit crabs for about half an hour once a week to help them shed their skin and stay hydrated. Lighting. While hermit crabs don't need direct sunlight, they do need some form of lighting. This is because lighting helps maintain the temperature and humidity levels of their tank. You can use a low-wattage incandescent bulb to provide heat and maintain a basking spot of around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperature and humidity. Maintaining the right temperature and humidity levels is essential for your hermit crab's well-being. The ideal temperature range is between 75 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. To maintain this, you can use a low-wattage heat bulb as mentioned earlier. Regarding humidity, aim for 70 to 80%. You can use a hygrometer to measure the humidity levels and increase it by misting the tank with distilled water if needed. Regular misting will also prevent mold growth and ensure that your hermit crab has access to fresh water. Now that we've covered the essentials of setting up the perfect hermit crab tank, let's move on to feeding them. Proper nutrition is key to keeping your hermit crab healthy and active. What do hermit crabs eat? Hermit crabs are omnivores, which means they eat both plants and animals. In their natural habitat, they scavenge for food, so providing a varied diet is crucial. Some great options include chopped fruits like apples, bananas, berries, and melons. Vegetables like squash, sweet potato, and green beans are also excellent choices. In addition to fruits and vegetables, hermit crabs need protein in their diet. You can provide this through dried shrimp, fish flakes, or gel food. These are all easily available at most pet stores. Calcium is another essential nutrient for hermit crabs, especially for molting and shell health. You can supplement this through cuttlebone or crushed oyster shells. Hermit crabs may not always eat right away, so it's important to remove uneaten food to prevent mold growth. How often should you feed hermit crabs? When it comes to feeding hermit crabs, less is often more. Hermit crabs are prone to overeating, which can lead to health problems, so it's best to feed them smaller portions twice a day rather than one large meal. During the day, hermit crabs are most active and will readily eat most foods. At night, their metabolism slows down and they become less hungry. However, some crabs may still continue eating during the night if provided with a nightlight, so you can choose to feed them once during the night as well. It's also important to avoid certain foods when feeding your hermit crab. Stay away from processed salty or sugary foods as they can harm your hermit crab's health. This includes snacks like chips and cookies and common table scraps. It may be tempting to give your hermit crab a treat, but it's best to stick to their specialized diet to ensure they stay happy and healthy. Shells. As your hermit crab grows, it will need to move into larger shells. It's important to always have spare shells available so your hermit crab can switch to a more suitable one as it grows. Providing a few empty shells in the tank will give your crab the option to move into a larger shell if it feels the need. The new shell should be larger than the crab's current shell, but not so big that the crab can get stuck inside. It's also helpful to provide a variety of shells with different openings, as different hermit crab species have different shaped shells. If your hermit crab isn't using the extra shells you've provided, it may be because they're not the right fit. So try offering different shapes and sizes until you find the ones your hermit crab prefers. You should always have at least 3 to 4 extra shells on hand for your hermit crab to choose from. Cleaning and maintenance. Regular cleaning and maintenance are essential for keeping your hermit crab healthy and happy. Start by removing any uneaten food daily, as it can quickly spoil and contaminate the tank. Additionally, spot clean any areas of the tank that appear dirty or have debris. A full tank clean should be done every 2 to 3 weeks. During this process, you'll need to remove the substrate and wash it thoroughly. Replace the old substrate with fresh substrate to provide your hermit crab with a clean and comfortable living environment. Remember, hermit crabs may be small, but they need big care. If you set up their tank properly and feed them the right diet, they can live with you for many years. We hope this guide has given you all the information you need to take proper care of your hermit crab. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it, subscribe to Pet Health and Care, and hit the bell icon to get notified when we publish new videos. If you have any questions or tips of your own, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and happy hermit keeping.